Good afternoon, everyone.
Enoch Nyabuto, the brother to the late Helen.
Now that Helen is not there, don't feel lonely. Helen has shown you the way. Maybe
this morning, it's such a sad day. We're here to mourn our best friend, Helen.
Mimi ni Alice Karo Wanda. Ni mimi mamake Helen Wendy. Helen Wendy ni mtoto wangu.
I'm Mr. John Nyabuto Kiyonde. I'm the father of Helen Kemunto Wendy.
This morning, it's such a sad day. We're here to mourn our best friend, Helen. Helen lost her life while she's so young. I didn't know, Helen. The first time I met Helen when she was her second day in Canada. That's the time I met Helen. Since that time, she's been so close to me. Helen was like my small sister. That small sister who is always keeping on toes, she's looking for you. Where are you, Sandra? Come, we eat. Today I'm cooking. Okay, so later when Helen knew I was a PSW, she was like, oh, Sandra, I want to know what you're doing. You look good. You bought a car. I want to know what you're doing. I told her, oh, I'm not doing much. I'm just a PSW. Then she's like, which school did you go? I told her I went to Big College. The following day, Helen was there. She went and started school, and I was proud of her. When Helen finished school, she didn't take a minute. She started traveling outside to get jobs. We know when you travel outside Toronto, most jobs, COVID time, most jobs were paying well. The last time I met Helen, it was when we were celebrating, the last time we were talking about job, is when we were celebrating her brother's, when the brother got papers. That was last month. She called us for a celebration, we went to a party. Helen, when she was escorting me to my car, she was like, Sandra, I know you're my senior, but Toronto, there's no money. Let's get out. Let's go out. I'll help you. If you're still working in Toronto and you're still doing so much work, you're just wasting your time. Let's go out. I know you've done this ahead of me, but Sandy, there is money when you travel outside. Someone who is telling you that is just a 23-year-old. That was Helen. She didn't have a friend who is her age because she could interact with people who are older than her, because that's what she was. Helen was so lovely. She was so friendly. I don't think Helen made any enemy in Canada. If Helen made an enemy, you're the one who was a problem. So, in fact, when I met her, I even didn't know Helen was just 23 until when Alphonse was calling me last year. Then Alphonse is like, Sandra, because the things she did the things with someone who is more mature, more older. You could think Helen, she was above 30. So Alphonse called me, the boyfriend, and he's like, Sandra, I need to surprise Helen for her birthday. I told her, oh, I'm up the game. What do you want us to do? Alphonse told me, we plan, we go to somewhere, then we get the cake. Do you know where we can get the cake? I told him, I know everything. You just tell me, what do we do for Helen? We can do anything for her. So Alphonse told me, let's organize, you get the cake, then the rest we'll talk after that. So I asked her, when I get the cake, how old is Helen? Then he's like, the cake should be happy birthday 23rd. I'm like, 23rd? I didn't know Helen was so young. I thought Helen was so mature. She can't be 23. see the crowd Helen is pulling today because of her, because of what she meant for people. Today, we are alive. Helen is challenging us, those who have remained behind. Can we be like Helen? Can you take just a small thing that can make you be like Helen? Live good with people. Enjoy the small time you get with your friends. Helen could not eat a small piece of meat without calling us. Every time she used to come from where she used to work in Collingwood, every time she drops in Toronto, Alphonse can confirm, Helen could gather us every time in her house. Sandra, come, we will do nyama choma today. I've bought him mbuzi choma, let's eat together. That Thursday when Helen was passing away, Helen passed away on Thursday. She called me on Sunday. Helen had gone to get the mboga kienyeji, the one we get this summertime. She had gone to the farm, the one that Mulo has around Hamilton. She got mboga for herself. But then she remembers, I have this sister Sandra. She also picked some for me. I didn't even know. So me, I'm home on a weekend. Then Helen is like, she's calling me. Sandra, I got you some mboga. I'm like, are you selling? Then she told me, no, I got them for you because when we went to the farm, I knew you've not gone there. So I picked some for you. I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much, Helen. I told her, so how do I get them? She told me, oh, we will be going to work, so I can drop off for you. That's how Helen was. That's the person we lost this morning. That's the person we are mourning. We will miss Helen so much. We will miss what she meant to us as friends. I don't know what the parents are going through if us we're feeling it so much. I don't know what Enoch is going through as he's sitting there. Helen celebrated Enoch, you will think it's herself. She celebrated us in small achievement we made. Let's keep praying for the family and thank you for everyone who supported us in this cause. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everyone. Enoch Nyabuto, the brother to the late Helen. First and foremost, I want to thank everyone for being here today to help me say goodbye to my late sister Helen. She was always a constant guiding light in my life, and I always looked up to her. It's so sad and unfair that a woman with so much talent and so much integrity, a woman who had so much to give, has been spirited away from us way too young. I'll give my best to try to honor the beautiful, kind, loving, and kind woman that my gorgeous sister was. While Helen will no longer be with us in person here today, her memories will always will. Helen was born on 4th December 1998 in Bomachoge, Kisii County, Kenya. She was born to Nyabuto John Kiondi and Alice Caro. Helen was the eldest among the 6 siblings, and she was a sister to Riziki, Winnie, Abraham, Rebecca, and I. Helen was a unique character in many ways. She always never forgot where she came from. She attended Nyambono Academy since the year 2003 to the year 2013. She was always a bubbly person, and she ended earning up a nickname, Smiling Machine. And in 2014, she joined Itirio Girls High School, where she eventually graduated in 2017. Helen loved sports and she loved playing soccer. She captained the soccer team to the national levels. And when she finished high school in 2017, she had a dream of wanting to pursue and further her studies abroad. And in 2019, when she got a chance to travel to Canada, when she arrived, she enrolled at P College in 2019 to pursue a diploma as a personal support worker. And after graduating, she secured employment at Erirang Nursing Home, where she worked since September 2020 to July 2022. Helen passionately worked with seniors, and she was a hardworking lady, and she loved what she did. While she was working, she was taking upgrading classes at Sheridan College, which could enable her to join nursing school. She also worked at Chatsworth Home Care from August 2022 until she met her sudden death on 18 August 2022.
Now that Helen is not there, don't feel lonely. Helen has shown you the way. Maybe it is true God is grace. That's why He granted you this opportunity to come. As our elder Joshua said, so that you can come and put that shoes that Helen had already put on. I'm requesting you to follow the footsteps of Helen. Helen was hardworking. When she came here, she remembered where she came from, and she was very quick to bring you here. You know the dreams she had for you. Until the last day, Helen called you and asked you how far you with your process of joining classes. I want to pray for you that you achieve these dreams, because this is the only legacy you can give to your sister. The parents back home, it's really sad that you are going to bury your daughter, whom you had much expectation from her. I'm praying for you. It's really hard for a parent to bury the daughter of the son. It should not be like that. No parent will wish to bury their own kids. It should be the other way. Though there is no death that is good, but for sure, even me, I will not like my son or my daughter to bury me. My wish is my daughter or my son to bury me. It's really sad. Let's pray for the family members back home, the friends who are here in Canada. Please, let's support Enoch. He's a young boy. He's just 21 years old. He needs a lot of guidance. He needs a lot of support. And being a newcomer, he knew Helen as her sister. Right now, he may think he's alone. We may promise, and many people give promises, but it's few people who can fulfill those promises. I don't want to promise that, Enoch, I will be on your side all the time. But please, I'm calling good friends. If there's any way you can advise Enoch, please do it. If there's any way you can support him to achieve our dreams, and more especially, I want the young man to go to school. That's my dream, and that was the dream of Helen. Please, let's help him. He's a newcomer. Maybe he doesn't know the procedure. Reach out and guide him. Finally, it is sad to think that we will not have Helen anymore in our house. We have been sharing good times with Helen at our home. I've been working with Helen. It's Helen who made me to join PSW. It's Helen who encouraged me to drop what I was doing to go and work with her. We bought the car together. I usually imagine, since this incident happened, I don't have even that, I don't know, sina nguvu ya kuingia ndani ya gari niendeshe. Because when I think how we used to be close to Helen, it's really sad. From here, driving from Toronto to Collingwood, for me, it was like a minute. Because Helen is a jovial girl. She will give me all stories. She will talk to me all the way from Toronto to Collingwood. Now when I think I'm going to drive that car alone, it creates bad memory in me. When we are in the house, me and Enoch, Helen will wake up in the morning and they will say, mimi siwezi pikia wanaume wawili wamelala. Hebu muamkeni tupike chai. Now it's really sad when we think, me and Enoch, like how are we going to start waking up and doing this stuff without Helen? Helen was good to us. And we believe, because I'm a Christian, I believe there is life after death. And because I believe God died on the cross and paid our sins, I believe one day, as a Christian, we will meet and have futures with Helen. I will miss you, Helen. Even as you sleep, I want to say I love you. I will miss you dearly. I want to take this opportunity to thank the friends, the Kenyan community, the Canadian community, who have shown much love to us and they have stood with us. When this incident happened, I was at Collingwood and I was called. I didn't know where to start from. But through friends and through the grace of God, we are here today. We are not strong to stand before you, but it is because of the support, because of the love that you have shown to us. That's why we are standing here. We are not happy. We are sad. But you supported us. You came at home. You visited us at home, and you really encouraged us. Please, I'm told it's not good to say thank you and name few people. But please, I'm not doing this because I don't know how many people helped us, or I don't know how to put it, but I'm told it's not good.
Mimi ni Alice Karo Wanda. Ni mimi mamake Helen Wendi. Helen Wendi ni mtoto wangu wa kwanza katika familia, first born. Helen Wendi vile nimebring up, alikuwa mtoto mzuri, mchangamfu, mwenye alikuwa anapenda kusoma vizuri, na vile alienda hapo Canada nilifurahia sana. Nikajua siku moja Mungu akimsaidia, akimaliza masomo atakuja kunisaidia. Angalau alikuwa ananisaidia kidogo kidogo. Na kwa vile alikuwa mbali, alikuwa ananipigia simu, tunaongea, anasema mami, siku moja utakuja hapa Canada, angalau na wewe uone wazungu wanakula nini. Sasa vile nilipokea habari eti Helen amedrown kwa swim, nilihuzunika sana. Lakini najua tu Mungu ataendelea kumsaidia hata kama amepumzika kutoka kwa hiyo kazi yake ya mikono. Najua tu siku moja tutakutana. Helen hajafa, Helen amelala. Sasa ningependa kuwashukuru wale wote wenye wamemsaidia mchango wake mpaka ataletwa hapa nyumbani akuje kupumzika, na washukuru, na Mungu aendelee kuwabariki. Tuko pamoja.
I'm Mr. John Nyabuto Kiyande. I'm the father of Helen Kemunto Wendi, the late, who passed on somewhere in Canada. Now, Wendi is my first child among the children that I have, 6 of them, 2 boys and 4 girls. Wendy was born here, and I, the father, she grew up here in good environment and with good health. She went to school as usual with the other children and did her standard 8 and managed to go to secondary. In Form 1, she finished. Immediately when she finished Form 4, she started dreaming of going abroad. With her dreams, finally she managed to get way up to Canada, where she went to study and work there. She has stayed there in Canada for about 4 years. This was her 5th year in Canada. Now, as you have been told earlier, she left work, went to her house after work, then took some meals and went to swim. In this swimming pool, this is the place where, unfortunately, she met her death. Now, Wendy was a very kind girl. All along, all this period of time that she has been with us as parents and together with her sisters and brothers, she has been so kind, so helpful, and very much cooperative to everybody around. Wendy has been helping me. Wendy has been very much active in very many areas, including what we call in school co-curricular activities, whereby she could participate in football, volleyball, and even athletics. So when she went to abroad, she again joined swimming. She could swim here and there. And that's why she went to this swimming pool to go and swim, and unfortunately, she perished there. It is quite unfortunate, and it is very much painful as a parent and the community at large. I'm very much affected because this girl has been very much helpful, not only to me, but also to her brothers and sisters, and even the community at large. Wendy used to associate with everybody. Wendy was a friend to almost everybody. And every time you could meet her, she could appear very happy and somebody who was ready to assist wherever she could be able to do. Now that she is gone, death is there. And now we have accepted that she has gone. She is no longer there. We are making the necessary arrangements for her burial ceremony. I want to take this opportunity to thank all those people, wherever they are, who are assisting us as a family, who are assisting us in the arrangements of the funerals. Very many people have responded positively. When I announced my problem, very many people all over the world, in fact, wherever they are, quite a number of people have responded and they are assisting me. I want to take this opportunity to thank them and tell them that God will bless you. I'm very much happy and grateful to all those people wherever they are who have assisted and who are still assisting me for the arrangement of the funerals. Now, you will be told later the funeral arrangements, and I hope all friends and relatives of Wendy will be able to attend and will be able to cooperate so that we can send Wendy a farewell journey at this time. Thank you so much. God bless you.